love maniacs out there. This is Bottles and Bitchin, where the bottle of wine goes in and the bitchin comes out. I'm JT.
I'm Christy.
And we are here gonna seduce you with our love.
No. Gross.
Yeah, well, just like the whole thing that's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah.
We're gonna get down and dirty and light the candles and eat the chocolate. And then give each other the hearts that say the things that we can't say in real life. Like, text me later. Or you are cute. Why don't we drink some wine?
I'm already like grabbing the bottle. I'm like, I can't right now. Okay, so $2 chucks. That's what we're drinking. And because we're cheap.
And so is the holiday. Like, I'm going to just keep it.
This holiday ain't cheap.
Yeah, well, it is the day after.
It can be cheap.
Oh. We can be cheap. There are people that just sit on the couch and just masturbate. All right, so
well, that's a good way to start this.
Yeah,
podcast.
That's right. I don't talk from experience. Let's drink. All right. Like Christy said, we are drinking the $2 Chuck from the wonderful grapes of California and the wonderful Joes of Trader. So we're going to start it out. All you people listening out there that want to get it on Valentine's Day should probably realize that why you are getting it on Valentine's Day. No, it's not because of that chemical imbalance in your body that's sending you dopamine and saying, yeah, you're so sexy. You actually getting it down because of some guy that sacrificed his life.
Or Hallmark.
And boy,
because
did they
a card told you so.
That's right. For $4.99, boy, did they really get it right.
Hey, dude, have you tried buying a card lately?
They're expensive.
Cards are so expensive. It's like the price. Like, I'll buy a birthday gift for somebody, and then I'm like, oh, I should get them a card. Because my family's very like, we give each other cards. And then I'm like, okay, this card costs as much as the gift that I'm getting. It's like $10 sometimes.
The funny thing about that is, like, it was this year that my mom and I stopped buying cards for each other. And, like, we started realizing, it was either better that we wrote our cards.
Handwrit.
From the finest of quills. But we would just write our own cards. Or just be like, hey, I appreciate you. And there's not going to be a picture that could say otherwise than my love for you.
I got you, bro.
In person.
Yeah, totally.
But, so that's that shebang bang. So let's talk about St. Valentine, Christy.
So I did research on this one, you guys. So I Googled and got to history.com. And here's the history of Valentine's Day. So basically, Catholic churches recognize several saints named Valentine, and a few of them are like a priest who served during the third century Rome, when young marriage was outlawed, so that people could. Thanks for banging the microphone.
I ran into the mic.
Young marriage was outlawed so that young men could go fight in the wars, and
as men did,
and not. So it was like they were encouraging young men to be single and not get married.
That's right. Don't settle down.
And so this priest Valentine continued to marry people secretly until he was caught and executed. That's one of the Valentines, and I think that's super sweet. The other one is an imprisoned guy named Valentine, fell in love with a jailer's daughter while he was in jail.
Ooh, naughty.
And he sent her love letters.
Ooh.
And he would sign them from your Valentine. And then he was executed.
Oh, yeah. Well, as you are.
So Valentine's Day ends in death.
Yes. Sadness, death, and depression. Much like our own society.
Oh, my God. So
5 minutes
I'm continuing on. So the reason why we celebrate it on December.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I celebrate it on
this
December 14th.
weather makes me feel like I'm in December. No,
Fuck
February 14th. The reason why we celebrate St. Valentine's Day is at the end of the 5th century, Pope. Oh God, I should have looked up a pronunciation. Gelasius declared it as
Sounds
such.
like a pope named me.
But it didn't become associated with love until much later. I think he declared it for birds were mating in that season, and he was trying to Christianize or
it was his first
unchristianize
tweet.
Or I don't know.
Yeah.
There's so much, or no, Christian because he's a pope. Oh my God. But like make it more of a Christian holiday. And then the oldest written Valentine.
I hope you're all
that
taking
we
notes
know.
on this, by the
yes,
way.
I'm.
There will be a quiz
giving you
halfway
listen.
through.
Was in 1415.
Almost
By some dude who was in
15,
prison.
16.
And we still have that. But basically, the reason why we have Hallmark Valentines is in 1840 in the U.S. was the first mass-produced Valentines. And today, an estimated 145 million Valentine's Day cards are sent each year. Next to like...
I would be interested to know like how many of those are attached to flowers and why are flowers... Right. So flowers also have the...
Flowers die after like...
Well, they're also used for like, gravestones, right? So do you think Valentine gets...
But wouldn't you rather have flowers when you're alive versus when you're dead? Like, get your flowers now before you die.
Call 1-800-FLOWERS and you'll get delivered right to your gravestone. But my favorite is the 1929 Valentine Day Massacre.
Yeah, I read all the boring stuff, and he gets the massacre.
Yeah, we're going to get blood. We're going to go. So, yeah, my notes on this were, north side of Chicago. People died. Probably Capone, right? That
dude. You wrote that dude.
Yeah, that one. So, yeah, Chicago's...
That was a loud laugh. Sorry, guys.
It's all right. Chicago's full of laughs, especially about massacre. Anyway, so... when
people are anti-Valentine's Day, they're like, well, it was based on a massacre. It wasn't based on a massacre. It was based on Saint Valentine. Now, do we know which Saint Valentine it's based on? Not really.
No.
But
I think the people hate it because it's like this blown up like commercialism that's like...
Totally.
Yeah, but also like they're also salty because no one loves them, or so they feel. Like wake up and smell the roses and get off your couch from masturbating and like meet people if you're really that low. But actually I think that like they are mainly complaining for attention. Again, going back to that whole idea of what I really hate. I hate those people that are like fucking seeking attention or jump on the bandwagon of like, well, since I'm single, I must hate Valentine's Day. All right, well, you can dislike it. It is one day out of the year where you're able to throw a rant or some angst on social media. Congratulations, way to join like the other where was that fact? 145 million V-Day cards.
Yeah.
You got like the half price candy the next day, so don't complain too much, you bitch.
Yeah, see, half price candy is the best part of
fuck yeah. Doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not.
But
it's fucking good.
TBH, I am one of those people who hates.
What does that mean, to be honest?
To be honest.
Okay, yeah, I'm
I know,
still
I'm
learning.
being trendy and millennial.
I have to look it up every time. What does HBH mean?
I don't know.
Me neither. I think I made it up. Okay.
HBH?
Happy birthday, hot tea. Or having bodily... Having bitch hiss. Having a bitch hiss.
Oh, is it like hate, to be honest?
HBTH. Ladies and gentlemen,
we
have just invented HBTH. Hate to... No, HTB... Oh, fuck me. All right, so anyway, I hate it now. I hate it all.
So, Valentine's
to be
Day.
honest.
My personal opinions on Valentine's Day is not my favorite.
I like it. God bless you.
Sorry.
She coughed and sneezed.
I'm sorry. We don't edit that shit out. You guys get the raw.
Yeah, this is raw. Shit's raw.
I mean,
Exclusive.
I don't like the pressure of Valentine's Day. Just like I don't like the pressure of New Year's. Like, I don't like the pressure of Valentine's Day where you're like, you have to do some schmoozy, lovey bullshit. Because if you're in a relationship, you should be doing that all the time. If you're not in a relationship, you should, and there's so many good things about Valentine's Day. You can treat it well if you do. I do. I mean, I like Galentine's Day. That's cool.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that shit.
Oh, did I write that on the... Yeah, I did. Okay.
You didn't?
Doesn't fucking matter. We're here to just talk.
Yeah, fuck it. This is raw. We're not editing that part out.
Raw. But yeah, I like some things of it, but I don't like the pressure of it to like have to do some big schmoozy thing. I don't like when people expect something of you, women or men, expect you to have to do this big grandiose thing of chocolates and flowers and oversized teddy bears and diamonds and all these high expectations.
You know what the
proposals are always on Valentine's Day.
You know where the shit gets really fucked? Where like the older you get, at least I've had this experience. People that are older than me feel bad when I'm single, and so they like get me Valentine's Day gifts because they're like, oh, he doesn't have anyone in his life. He needs someone to love him, kind of thing. I'm like, oh well, I'll fucking take the candy, but like, I'm okay. I have tissues and I have. Anyway, but like,
You have tissues and issues.
but not. No, but no, like, okay. Let's go. Let's talk about this shit. Because I also am one.
I don't know what we're talking about.
We're talking about the pressures of Valentine's Day. So like, Christmas. You're in December still. All right. So December 14th for you, February 14th for us. So basically, I think that I've treated Valentine's Day almost more important than birthdays.
Really?
And because it's kind of like it is this societal pressure because
Yeah.
not only is it their birthday, but it's your birthday and everyone's birthday in the country at the same time, and they're making this commercial out of it. And if you don't get that big old stuffed teddy bear for that person, what does your love actually mean to this person? Now, that is what society means. So that society can go cram that up an asshole, but like at the same time, I've been in situations and relationships, if that teddy bear didn't arrive on the doorstep, there's gonna be arguments,
pressure.
right?
I don't like that. And is it always, and I hate to especially as a woman, I hate to generalize. There's
it's better coming from you than
make a
me,
generalization about genders, but dude, women, you gotta stop expecting men to do this shit. If you want it, tell them. If you don't want it, don't be like, oh, it's fine. I don't want to do anything for Valentine's Day. And then you see somebody like going out on a cute date, and you're like, oh, that's
man,
so cute.
he went to Jared's.
Oh.
What is
a
a my?
begins with K, and you gave me Claire's.
Oh shit! Or even worse, you just you're like, hey, we should cook at home tonight instead of going out. Oh shit! Well, why don't we just, what? Fuck it. Give me some tissues. But like, I think also with this Valentine's Day thing, because there's an absurd amount of money that can go into it.
Oh my god.
I'm a hopeless romantic, and like I look at it as like, okay, it's a possibility for me to kind of impress, but then also my bank account suffers for it. So I've gone to very expensive restaurants, getting expensive wine and all that. But in the end, you look on it, you reflect, and you go, was that really necessary? And I go, no, it wasn't necessary. But at the same time, I had there's this idea that if you don't do that, your relationship will possibly teeter, or end, because you think that they see other people enjoying themselves, getting all this stuff, and that's where they're making their bank. Is like when like 15 people get it, and then one person sees that. Oh, it's like, shit, that's what we gotta do. Like, they're getting laid. I'm not. Therefore, I gotta get the teddy bear. So...
Teddy bear for sex.
I mean, like, even, like, restaurants got really creative. One of the signs outside the bar said, give her wine, then liquor.
Ew. Okay. I just realized I found an advertisement earlier today as I was researching... On one of those articles, it was on Cosmopolitan. Like 12 reasons why we hate Valentine's Day, because I was just seeing what people were saying.
On Cosmopolitan?
Yeah. And they posted this advertisement coupon from IKEA for Valentine's Day that says free, and it shows a picture of a baby crib. For babies born 9 months from today. Happy Valentine's Day. What the fuck is that?
That's some Swedish magic.
If that's not a societal pressure to have sex on Valentine's Day, I think that's hilarious. But also, it's really weird.
Just grab your tissues. They're a whole lot cheaper.
Gross.
They're a whole lot cheaper. Just moisturize. All right, so...
so Valentine's Day could be really expensive. You could end up with a baby.
Crib.
But a free crib.
Hey, fuck yeah. Wait a minute. I got to find me... Anyway, so I think also... I'm not even looking at our outline.
No, we're it's fine.
Fuck. Okay,
matter.
but like... like I don't. I was thinking about this today. I'm like, will I celebrate Valentine's Day? I don't know. Like,
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask you what you were thinking of doing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have any rehearsal or improv things or anything going on that day. I would love to be with my person.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I'm like I don't know what their views are.
Talk about it. Like, that's literally the only way to have a good
Yeah, of course.
Valentine's Day or whatever you want to
Of course.
do is
I think
to talk about it and be like, do you want to do something? And you know, if as the other person in any relationship, if you're asked, what do you want to do on Valentine's Day? And you want to go out, say, let's go out. If you don't want to do anything, say you don't want to do anything.
what's the worst answer?
The worst answer is being passive aggressive,
Yep.
saying, no, it's fine. We don't have to do anything. And you really want to do something. And
What
I know
about
I
this
just
answer?
said that. But
Go ahead, ready? Ask me.
what do you want to do for Valentine's Day?
I mean, whatever you want to do.
Oh God, you're the worst. That's the worst, and that's probably and not to generalize against women, but it's probably the woman saying whatever you want to do. Well, actually, no, that's not true because it's probably totally men too.
I mean, that's what I said. but
But surely, just be like honest.
Honest,
what you
yeah.
want. If it's important to you. For me, like
so would you go like, hey, you want to have sex?
no.
Okay, cool.
Do you ever do that? I mean, consent is important.
So anyway,
guys.
there's
remember
this-
when we talked about consent? Consent is important, guys.
That probably was the most wet, nasty laugh I've ever done on this podcast. But
Ew.
yeah, just
I
like
didn't hear it that clearly. That's gross.
it's
Ew,
alright.
no, you don't need
On
to
the playback.
Get away from your microphone.
Exclusive. So I think one of my favorite traditions about Valentine's Day though was in elementary school. When you would write
Oh my God,
Valentines and like get those
yes.
Valentines and you know there'd always be one kid with less Valentines or whatever, you know. Usually probably
You're supposed
like
to get one for everybody in
usually
class.
you do.
But you save that one really big one and the biggest
Yeah,
piece of candy for
right.
your like crush or whatever,
or-
or your best friend.
Or friends, yeah. I was gonna say friends. Or you know, there's that one kid that didn't get a lot. Usually, he's probably like he or she is probably a redhead in some corner. But
Passive aggressive much.
I don't care what I do for Valentine's Day. So I also but I love those. Like you could like now there's like
Yeah.
those superhero and Iron Man ones, and sometimes when I go into schools, I get Valentines. It's really kind of cute. That are like cupcakes, and those go right in the mouth.
Remember when our high school had those like rose grams or whatever? You would like buy somebody a rose,
do.
and they would deliver it during class.
Yeah, and then I got a rose once though. And I think it was because a friend felt bad because I had been complaining in past years. I'm like, y'all, like all these people get roses. I just wish I could get a rose. One of these days, someone will choose me to be on The Bachelorette and The Bachelor.
I always bought my
It's very
friends
much like
roses.
that. And I think it actually may have come from you.
It's actually
I-
probably very possible.
I think it may have actually come from you.
Yeah, I would buy all my friends roses
Yeah.
because I just like I want everybody to feel special, you know? Because yeah, there is that pressure, and it's like you just want someone to feel appreciated.
Yeah.
And that's really what Valentine's Day should be about, is feeling appreciated. But at the same time, you should be, and I know everyone says this, but you should be doing that, like, you know.
All the time.
All the time.
And I think
But it's a reminder, like, oh yeah, like, I should let this person know that I appreciate
Yeah,
them.
it
And
is-
it should be multiple people. It
that
shouldn't
is
just be your
that
one
is what
significant other.
That's what Valentine's Day is.
Yeah.
To me is like it's a reminder being like, oh my gosh, maybe I don't say it as much, but like you are in my life and I appreciate you for being there, right? And yes, we need to do that all the time, but this is just a day that we are able to remember that. But also I think like the perfect Valentine's Day in a significant other world would just be with that person for like a dinner or whatever it
Right.
is, like in the evening, just spending time with them. Especially if you don't live with them or you don't see them or whatever a lot. I mean, just like see them and like appreciate them.
Yeah.
And
Monty and I have always done like restaurants or something purely by like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. I mean, we could go out, and like that's what ends up happening. We just like go to a nice restaurant or
Yeah.
something, or get sushi or whatever.
yeah, right. And it doesn't
But
have
it's not
to be
like we don't give each other gifts. We don't.
yeah.
write each other really over obnoxious love poems and shit. Because we
It-
appreciate
love-
each other every
love-
day. Like,
love
we don't
cannot
care.
be about money. If it is about money, you a
Oh my
gold
God.
digger.
And like, okay, so how many times on Pinterest do you see
gold
those like, who's your perfect man, perfect husband?
Is that a thing?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I'm not on the Pinterest.
I've been on
I
Pinterest lately. It's really
I got
bad.
slow cooking recipes from them, but that's about it.
It's really bad what I see. It makes me so disappointed in what it's trying, or at least like the things that are out there are trying to get you to think about, like to find this perfect man for you.
So
or
is it really
whatever.
kind of like
And you
designated
take all these
toward the
quizzes.
female?
Very much. Well, yeah, very much so. It's Pinterest. I mean, there are things on. I mean, there's workouts and stuff. Like I like Pinterest a lot, but there's also these stupid shit that fall into my like explore pages or whatever of like, yeah, like how to find the perfect man, how to find the perfect husband.
What is the definition of that? Could you give me in like 3 bullet points the definition of a perfect man that society thinks is a perfect man?
Oh, that society thinks is a perfect.
Because that's
man?
what it is.
Well, it's like find the perfect man for you.
Oh,
You know,
fuck. Does
And
it go
it's
by
this
your
quiz,
like
and then you like.
Sagittarius and like?
Well, there's those, and then
uh,
there's also just like what
horoscope,
personality
that's
is better for you, what like type is your guy, and it's like putting all this pressure on
We are
young women
literally
to
just-
find a guy, and like it's like women out there are like on the prowl to find the guy, the perfect man. And you know, I fell into those sort of pressures when I was younger,
You're gonna
and you
fall
know,
in
you
love
felt
with
like you
robots.
had to
Holy
find
fuck.
somebody. And you know, I know that a single person who feels that way.
Somebody to love. I was just
I'm not
tracking.
gonna.
I was just
yeah.
tracking you.
But like, you know, I've lost my train of thought 'cause now you.
I was just going on. I was
This
giving
is
you.
what happens. This is what
Which-
happens when we
sorry.
podcast with wine.
You were talking about the perfect man, but you're staring at him, so
I'm
we
just,
can move forward.
No, I mean it's just like, you know. I
I do
really
know,
hate. I hate putting pressures on people to find somebody when they
To
should be happy with
love.
themselves. I hate you so much. It's like what RuPaul says: if you can't love yourself, how in the hell can you love somebody else? Can I get an amen?
Well, we don't want this to drag on.
Amen.
It's no race. All right,
But
so,
truly, you have to
yeah.
love yourself.
Absolutely.
And
Look
you
in the
know,
mirror and
a
say, "I
significant
love you."
other doesn't make everything better. It
It can help
it
improve
can
your.
help, but I mean, you gotta be
it's-
good in yourself.
Yeah, it's not gonna. It's only like the 50%, right?
I mean, being single
Va-
during Valentine's Day can be a huge reminder of you being single.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want to hear is from somebody in a relationship saying like, "Oh, it's so great to like love yourself and whatnot," but really like.
What-
I have been the most independent I've ever been in this phase of my life, but I also happen to be with somebody. But I'm also the most. I'm gonna just keep cutting you off.
But we were gonna. But
No, what do you want to say? What do you want to say?
no, I was gonna
What do you
say
wanna
like love is just not in a doesn't have to be in that like vein of the significant other versus like love and versus appreciation.
Right.
Like, you know, so you can appreciate them and love them at the same time. Therefore, your roses, giving your roses to everyone because
Yeah.
like you're showing your appreciation. It is literally a reminder going back about 10 minutes ago. It's just like you are being reminded to love everyone you can, appreciate them
Right.
while you got them.
Right.
But don't buy a fucking card and say I love you because you can buy a fucking card, but like at the same time, is that showing your love or is that just showing you a balance in your bank account $6 less than what you had?
The only worthy card is a funny one.
Absolutely.
In my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? In my opinion, right? Is that a thing? No, that's not a thing.
HTBH.
That's always. But what about in my opinion or my opinion? My opinion.
Kids?
We need help.
But my favorite is I always wished I had a love potion and so I can make people love me.
Well,
You looked at our
you just gotta find a baby who
you
has
looked at
wings.
you looked at our notes and like love potion isn't on there.
Excuse me.
But yeah, no, I always wish like, you know, in Harry Potter they had that fucking love potion that like went like it's
yeah.
like wrong. And I was like, oh man, how cool would it be for the person that I've always had a crush on since second grade to like take that and then be the first one to look at me. And then I devised like a plan to somehow like
Did you believe love potions were like real?
fuck yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And then like a person named Ken was like, yeah, I know how to live forever, and I know a voodoo that can make love potions.
Oh my god.
And so I'm like, well, give me the recipe. I need the recipe. But then I also like was devising my plan and watching like all these videos where like
You were watching videos on how to make a love potion?
no, like in movies. In
You're a
movies.
dork.
No. Shut up. And like movies where like they would look at the wrong person first, and then like the person that gave them the potion was like, no.
Like Harry Potter.
It was not, oh yeah.
Doesn't like someone or Ron falls in love with Flo or what's her name? Flo.
Yes,
from Progressive.
Shit got
Fleur?
real.
Is it Fleur? Or
Flo. It's Flo. Yeah.
Flo?
Yeah, she ebbs and flows. But yeah, you can take a drink
who's
on
the
that one.
Asian girl that Harry Potter falls in love with? What's her name? Isn't it Fleur? Or Fleur? No, she's not
Fleur de
Asian.
lis.
She's like blonde. No, I don't know.
Well, obviously,
Clearly, I don't know my Harry Potter.
But
But
it might be
Ron falls in love with
Frodo?
someone that Harry's after.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he was
It's,
given a love potion by somebody. And
you
then,
know. But anyway, that's
Oh
that,
my god, I'm an
keep
embarrassment to
keep drinking this
society.
wine. Keep drinking this wine. It only gets better. There's going to be a sequel in 2 parts. Anyway, going back to the this love potion that I always wish I had. There's nothing more heartbreaking though than seeing someone that you love fall in love with someone else.
Yeah.
A moment of silence for the first lost loves. Well, that was long
Well,
enough.
my first last love was.
But
I don't
doesn't
know,
it?
it's not love.
Does it
so.
kill you though? Didn't it kill you to like you see them like holding hands or being together? Like, I mean, this was early elementary for me, and I was
Oh
like
god, I didn't give a shit about anybody in elementary school.
talking about
My first crush
yeah.
was our friend, and yeah, I've mentioned this before. When I told him I had a crush on him, he
Yeah.
like stopped talking to me, and then he ended up being gay.
you know, as RuPaul
And I
always
lost
said,
all my friends.
as RuPaul always said. Anyway,
Amen.
well, we're not gonna drag on it. I already used that joke.
God,
Anyway,
yeah.
so we're almost near a break here. But before we get to this break, back to this person that broke my heart for the first time. She was popular. She was cute, and she was in that group that I was not. And I was like, oh man, if only I had done this, or if only I had done that. If only I had bought her that Valentine's Day gift and went to Jared's at age 12, or even 9. Fuck. Anyway, if Cupid had shot me with that arrow, it would have been for a good reason, and he would have shot her. But that creepy son of a bitch got nowhere near any of us. So I went on living my life for many years later, and I graduated with a nice degree and went living. I feel like we're in one of those movies at the end of the credits where it says what happens to my life.
What happened? Wait, so the girl was like with somebody else, and then you're.
Yeah, she went in that soccer crowd,
Oh yeah, soccer.
and boy, did she score.
Ew.
Don't worry, she couldn't use her hands.
Ew. I don't want no.
It's all right. Half off at Adam and Eve if you type in adamandeve.com/bottles and bitchin'.
Happy Valentine's Day.
And a free crib. We'll throw in a free crib.
In a free crib.
So, okay. We got to take a break in a
Yeah.
second. So let's just quickly flash for the 45 seconds that we have. Flash back to what we've talked about. We've talked about the bitchin' of the Hallmark legacy, the real history.
We gave you a really great history lesson that was
Yeah.
probably super boring. So if you've continued to listen at this point and gotten through
Cheers
all
to
of
you.
the shenanigans and
Fuck yeah. Drink up, you bitch.
Great.
So Okay, we went through the history. We talked about Capone.
The pressure.
We talked about all the we talked about all those pressures. Oh my God, you did write oversized teddy bears. I didn't even see that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, that's such a cliche. And we talked about the creepy baby and my love potions and the single life and sitting on a couch and with a lot of tissues. And
Ew.
on that note, we are going to take a break. We'll be right back. What up, motherfuckers? Drink! I hope you're drinking and I hope you're enjoying life out there because we're about to ask for your generosity.
Yeah, so we have a Kickstarter, and just go on Kickstarter, look up Bottles and Bitchin.
We live.
And yeah, we're out there. We're just looking for, contributions to help us fund our wineage and, see where our future can grow into.
You're helping us get drunk, sure,
Yeah.
but also you're helping us continue this because honestly, this is not going to be sustainable without your help, right? We can try to sustain it as possible, as long as possible, but we're going to be selling drugs pretty soon. So,
Oh my God, no, we're not.
I'm kidding.
So I'm taking this away from you. No more advertisement for you. We're just looking for generosity to help us keep moving. We really enjoy doing this. We do it just for fun. We do it just because this is what we would do anyways. But we also want to give you some entertainment, give you something to laugh at, give you some shenanigans, and also kind of teach you a little something, or maybe inspire you, or give you a little advice.
So if you feel ever so inspired to do so, go ahead, head to our Kickstarter, throw any amount of money that you want at us, anywhere from 1 cent to, well, however generous you feel. So from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you. And of course, your money will not go unthanked.
Yes,
we have different incentives, and we have different ways that we can show our appreciation for you helping support us. So check out those cool incentives. We won't give too much away, but there's some really fun ones.
Exclusive content.
There's exclusive content about our podcast
Yeah.
and all of a lot of other cool things too. So check it out.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Someday you'll find. Oh, hey, sorry, we're back, and hey, Christy.
Hey, JG.
So I've been really, I don't know, down lately. I just feel like no one loves me. So I've been.
They don't.
One day I'll find it. The rainbow connection. Anyway, let's talk about the single life bitches on Valentine's Day. So it's gotta feel great to see all these people posting pictures about their loved ones and newly engaged ones and babies on the way.
Well, that's just kind of all the time.
Yeah, well, it's like, hey, we're announcing
But
it.
Valentine's Day is like, hey, if you didn't feel single before, now.
Yeah. Hey, dude, we're gonna throw 3 knives your way. One's called love, the other one's called I'm in it.
And
the
check
third
out what
one's
your
called
ex
You're
is doing on Valentine's
Not.
Day.
Ooh, do you do that?
No.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, you'll see it on social media.
Yeah, might as well just see who they're porking.
I'm not good
so.
with any of my exes, or at least if I'm good with them, I don't think of them as an ex.
It's alright.
So
Just play
I don't give a shit
tic-tac-toe
what you're
and
doing. If I
BBO.
dated you and we don't talk anymore, I don't give a fuck about what's happening in your life because you're
Yeah.
probably not on any of my social media, which is only Instagram, and I know you're not. So, heyo, bitter much,
But for realsies,
dude. I have been broken up on Valentine's Day multiple times.
no way.
Multiple.
No way.
Times.
Shut the fuck up. No, you
Or
haven't.
at least around Valentine's Day, multiple times.
Okay, I've broken up. I've broken up, not on Valentine's Day, but near it.
No way.
Yeah, totally.
So awful.
Because it was going south from the beginning, and I was like, I'm not gonna celebrate this with you because this is fucking fucked up.
To be fair, at any moment you notice the relationship's not going well, break up with somebody. And yeah, if Valentine's Day has to be the reminder of oh yeah, I should think about this
I knew it was
person.
coming
I don't
up.
like them.
Yeah.
I
didn't want to fake it. I'm not one that's gonna fake shit, right? Like an orgasm. No.
But breaking up with someone on Valentine's Day when you had intentions to hang out on Valentine's Day and do Valentine's Day stuff, there's a reason why I'm a little cynical about Valentine's Day. And this is one of them.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I have been broken up on Valentine's Day. It's the shittiest thing you could possibly do to somebody. I think.
What do you do
Maybe
afterwards?
not the shittiest thing you could possibly do, but...
Do you just eat the box of chocolate yourself?
cry in a
Oh
corner.
my God, I'm so sorry. I'm going to just like rip this apart. You take
my
that big
family's
teddy bear and you
also-
just have a good old time with a hug.
My family's always, ew. What do you do to that teddy bear? No, my family's also like really into giving things on Valentine's Day. So they would always send me, like when I was in college, like care packages of chocolates and shit on
See?
Valentine's
This is
Day.
what happens.
And even like as kids, we'd always get like a basket of shit on
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, which was really, really sweet. And yeah, it's showing you appreciate someone. And when you
Totally. And
think
they
your
love you.
relationship's well with your significant other, and then they break up with you on Valentine's Day, it is excruciatingly painful.
Especially if they're like fucking someone else.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just
I've
like
never really been
Hollywooding this.
given like I'm cheating on you, but I've definitely had suspicions. Yeah, no, just Valentine's Day doesn't do well with me
Well, I think,
in my personal past.
yeah, so singles, I have, as a, Time Hop is a blessing and a curse, the app that lets you look back on social media posts. And like when I had my Facebook connected to it, God, I was the fucking worst. I was so angsty. And like when I was single during like high school and college years, I was just like, fuck Valentine's Day, fuck all this, like, y'all fucking, significant other relationship people, like, celebrate your day off social media so I can like have a moment's rest. But in actuality, I was the nerd behind the computer and not them. They were just posting what they were doing.
It's what you felt though, you know?
That's right. I had
And
a couple.
feelings are valid. You can have valid feelings. You can be shitty about your valid
Yeah,
feelings,
but
but
I
you can have valid feelings.
I learned about that shit like a little bit too late of like don't rant on social media about that shit. So then
Yeah.
like you see me mature through Time Hop, but of course it goes from the most recent to the most non-recent, and
Right.
we're going backwards way back.
Yeah, oh my god,
But-
there is some passive aggressive posts from me from
Yeah.
like high school.
Like God, fucking love. I remember in high school we all thought a lot of people think that they know what love is.
Well, everyone thinks they know what love is because everyone thinks that they've experienced it in
I wanna
some
know
way or
what love
form.
is.
And everyone's like, what is love? Or I know love, and this
Baby,
is
don't hurt
true
me.
love. And then they actually get out of the relationship or whatever, and they're like, that wasn't love. He never loved me. She never loved me.
It's a chemical imbalance. I'm telling you.
It's
a
truly
fucking-
love. If we're gonna talk about love is truly a chemical thing. At least when you first start dating someone, especially, you have a chemical response to seeing that person in your brain, and you associate that with a really heavy infatuation.
Sure.
And so when you're young, you are completely overflowed with those chemicals. Pheromones are I don't know all the science shit about it, but your body is responding to being around and physically seeing
So
a person
Yeah.
that you're infatuated with.
and the potion that I was talking about.
And yes, the potion is what
ex-
caused all these chemicals
Yes,
in your body
it
to respond
actually
to that one
exists.
specific person that gave you the love potion.
it actually exists. So
Truly.
I was
But
actually
yeah.
just talking with Christy about this when we were coming here. I was like, that we were talking about perfumes, right? We were talking
Oh
about
my
colognes,
God,
right?
yeah.
She had a cologne incident tonight where she couldn't eat her meal because it was very strong coming from the other
It was
table.
disgusting.
Um,
I'm not a snob, I swear to God. It was just really bad.
the nostrils.
I
said
ate my
no.
duck confit poutine when we got to the studio/JT's apartment.
And it is fancy, motherfuckers.
swear to God I'm not bougie. I
Chandelier
swear to
is hanging from the ceiling. But I was saying like, oh man, like there was this distinct smell from a perfume that a female would wear that I was just like, oh my God, I just want to eat it. Like I
Yeah.
want to chomp it and
Yeah.
like just like
There are scents that are meant to like
it's
spur your pheromones or whatever,
Holy
or like just like
fuck.
get your.
It's like that moment. It's like
Get
alfalfa.
your noodle going.
Yeah, it's alfalfa in the Rascals where his hair goes. Yeah, it's like you.
It's like your love radar.
Yeah, it's my love radar. It's just like
You smell like a woman.
Hello. And like, I become a completely different person. I'll just be like, yeah, no, I'll take another drink. Oh, what is the smell? I smell. I must seduce. Anyway, that is my seductive.
I must seduce.
Yeah, it's like I get kicked into the fight or flight, mode where I go, oh, I'm gonna
Fine.
fight.
Fine. Find the woman. Find the
Find the
scent. Find the love.
Where's my Pinterest smells for finding the perfect woman? That's really it. Like, shit. Like, I'd be part of the 145 million that buy the cards just for the smells.
Oh my god.
My nostril is very sensitive. Exclusive.
Exclusive.
But okay, but actually, yeah, I did watch a lot of documentaries and a lot of factual stuff that it is a chemical thing. But like, okay, so love can last and love can fade, right? So, and I think society has built these norms around marriage and divorce and relationships and all that shit. That like divorce is negative, relationships are positive, marriage is the end all be all.
Single is negative.
Single, like being alone is not allowed.
Yeah.
Like straight up to the fact of like it's not normal to be single.
Yeah, people feel bad for you for being single.
Yeah, like
total bullshit.
So what about those people that are asexual out there that are not necessarily attracted and don't necessarily want a relationship or anything, but are just as happy as anyone in a relationship?
If you can't love yourself, just keep loving yourself. I don't know. I was going to say RuPaul's quote again, and then I was like, wait, asexual would not mean love somebody else. But you can love other people, but okay. Anyways.
I'm going to start watching The Bachelor now. Because you're quoting RuPaul, the like not the straightest thing out there, and I'm gonna quote the straightest thing out.
Is Bachelor really straight, especially coming from a male point of view?
You dug me a hole
there.
That
was a creepy laugh. Oh my god, did you see how much it spiked? I'm so sorry, you guys.
Actually, I'm going to stop talking now. That was really good.
We did drink a cocktail before we even recorded this, and I had a very strong Manhattan. I swear to God, I'm not bougie.
I drank orange juice with a hint of alcohol.
Also known as a hurricane, which is a lot of alcohol and a little bit of orange juice.
It wasn't. You tasted it.
I tasted it. Compared to my drink, it wasn't a lot of alcohol.
Like, I was expecting, like, the New Orleans hurricane, like...
Oh, God. Oh, my God. We should go to New Orleans.
All right. Well, let's look up... Fuck this podcast. We're gonna talk about a vacation trip.
This podcast is just us talking.
It's just we're literally sitting at the bar.
Love.
Yeah. So, okay. No, I want to hear this from you, though.
Yeah, no, okay.
I want to hear... Galentine's Day, something I cannot celebrate unless I wear a wig and become Miss Doubtfire.
Well, I mean, okay, the reason why I ever first started celebrating Galentine's Day is because I got broken up with right before Galentine's Day. Valentine's Day, sorry.
When is Galentine's Day?
I think it's the same day. I don't know.
No.
Or is it the day before?
It's got... Imagine all the girls that wouldn't see their significant others if it was on the day,
then maybe it's
right?
the day before. That's my brother's birthday, so, like, the 13th for me is always, it's my brother's birthday.
Yeah, it's different. Unless he wants to join in on
my first Galentine's Day was on Valentine's Day. It was, like, right after I gotten broken up with, like, literally, like, a couple days after.
Oh, shit. So very, very fresh.
Very, very fresh. I think he broke up with me, like, 3 days before actual Valentine's Day. This was my last, really serious relationship before Monty. And I'm really surprised I keep remembering the word Monty.
It's a fucking awesome word. And
it's a wonderful name. Yeah, it is right up there. Ew, did you just burp into the mic? Disgusting. Anyways, Galentine's Day.
I did.
Galentine's Day, for me, the reason why I love it so much is because it was the first time I ever experienced it. It was all my female lady friends giving me a lot of support for being single. I think all of us that went out were single or had long distance boyfriends. It was so much fun. It felt supportive. It was like a support group for single people, and it was amazing. It really was. It was a lot of fun. We really appreciated each other. We had so much fun. We were at like a Chinese restaurant where there was all these couples, and we were like this big group of girls, like drunk and having the best time ever. And so I really appreciated what
wanna have fun.
I mean, I really and I don't have a lot of like close female friends, but at that time, like these girls were so important to me, and like that experience really like showed me like I can be appreciated and loved by someone who's not my significant other. And that's kind of one of the biggest things that changed my point of view on Valentine's Day. Sure. Because on Valentine's Day, I was single. I had a good time with my friends who showed me just it's an important day to love and support each other. It was a really, really awesome experience for me.
So what's the point of Galentine's Day? Is that like friends?
Yeah, friends.
Is it like Friendsgiving?
Like Friendsgiving, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, now if I were to throw a Galentine's Day party, I mean, you'd be invited.
Bitches, no.
You don't have to be a gal.
I'm
But
only
that's-
watching The Bachelor
me.
if I go.
That's me. That's how
Fuck
I
it.
work. I don't
That's
work,
awesome.
the norm. But yeah, I think it's a wonderful thing. It was a wonderful thing for me at the time that I needed it.
Well, when I do Gententines,
Dudentine's Day.
Broentines,
Broentines.
Broentines Day. Shit, we put the caps backwards. Tank tops
Rally caps.
all the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like that support group.
Yeah,
It's almost
I mean,
therapeutic in a way. It's like, you always got each other's backs, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Again, it goes back to the fucking first part of this, where it's just a
part of,
reminder.
what
It's a
society.
goddamn reminder.
I mean, and it was also
Okay.
like fighting. Valentine's Day, I think, is also kind of like fighting against what society is telling us we're supposed to be doing on Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh.
Because it's more of like, nah, I'm not gonna do that shit. Valentine's Day.
So here is what
And eating discounted chocolate.
So in the let's just summarize this for a moment, so we can compare for a moment. Society thinks top 3 things have to happen on Valentine's Day. Go. 1,
Sex.
2.
Get a giant, beautiful diamondy thing, or get proposed to. I guess that could be
Both.
3.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
now 3.
A big date. I think a
Cool.
big date, like out at a restaurant, is like what is. What are your 3 things?
1, sex.
Yes. Did I say sex?
Yep. That was
Yeah.
your number 1. That
Yeah.
was survey said.
Survey said
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah, survey said sex. 2 would be
That IKEA
shower-
ad says sex.
that IKEA ad says sex.
Free crib.
Yo, I gotta decorate that crib. 2 would be spending obtuse amounts of money on gifts.
Yeah. So we have pretty much the same.
And then 3 would be being exclusive only to your significant other.
Yeah, see, and that's the unfortunate thing, because my family was so into, celebrating as a family. It was never really like
It's
find a
seriously
boyfriend on Valentine's Day.
Bigger than
It's
a
like,
fucking birthday. Like
Yeah.
honestly, it's like it really. I know for my mindset, if I don't do what society is telling me, and my significant other sees society, which obviously is the goddamn point of it all,
right.
I fear losing
Yeah,
that
yes.
person. So you have to fucking show them that you love them.
Or you're losing to society too.
Both.
That's what
So-
I thought you were going with.
Well,
Which
both
is
of-
bullshit.
Well, both of
and
them.
you know
Both
that
of them.
that's bullshit.
Absolutely, both of them. But like, you're like, oh man, I'm not doing my part. I'm not doing my part as an American citizen or as a citizen of the world.
I'm not doing my part as an American citizen to have sex on Valentine's Day. I have failed as an American citizen in the part
I
of the
must
society.
plow thy woman
Ew!
or man, whatever you desire.
Plow. You said plow. This is disgusting.
It was in the
I need more wine.
12 commandments. Thou
12
shalt
commandments
plow
of
thy
sexy Valentine's.
female being on the day of the 14th.
That's so gross.
Or if thou a male, thou shalt plow thou.
I'm just drinking wine, so I'm sorry I'm not stopping him.
Oh, we're going to go up to 13 commandments pretty soon.
Ew.
Thou shalt engorge in the
What were we
finest.
talking about? We need to move
I'm
on.
sorry. Let's talk about baby making.
It literally is a topic we were going to talk about, but now I'm uncomfortable.
What does it mean? So Chrissy wrote these notes. I
I think
gotta
I wanted
ask.
to talk about the IKEA ad. at
So
that
wait,
moment.
if you got an October birthday,
Right, that's 9 months after. Wait, did I do math right? No, November. November.
because I'm like, I've got an October birthday. This is scary. to
No,
me.
November. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, we're done with
9
baby
months
making
after-
now. We don't fucking know what month it
We'll
is.
move along from this topic. Well, yeah, but yeah, sex is definitely. But yeah, if you have a November birthday, that is 9 months after February. Yes.
So,
Then
what do you
you
think
were
the single people
probably
do at home?
created on Valentine's Day.
What do the single people do at home?
What did you do as a single person on Valentine's Day? That's a stupid question. What did the single people do? They live their lives? Sorry, I didn't mean. There are no stupid questions. I'm sorry. He's hurt. He's really upset. I'm so sorry.
But what do they
the
do?
alcohol
Like,
has hit my brain.
do they like watch Netflix?
Netflix
Shit,
and chill with discounted chocolate, dude. Is the best fucking thing in the world.
Hell yeah, get a box
Wine.
of tissues. And
Oh. I just smacked myself into the microphone.
She really liked that
I'm
one.
really passionate.
You guys have made my exercise goal by sitting and drinking wine. Sorry, that
That's
got really
awesome.
excited for me. That got really exciting for me. Okay, but honestly, let's think about this shit.
What are we thinking about? What do single people do?
Not necessarily just single people.
You were single as of like a few weeks ago. Wait, oh my gosh. Okay, let's get real. Do you consider yourself single right now? Okay, that's a terrible question. Where are you at in life right now, JT, when it comes to relationships? If you
I always
care to
have
share.
my tissue box nearby.
Ew.
And a hanky.
Ew.
And a spanky.
We can leave that at that.
No, I consider myself exclusive.
Okay, cool.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
No, I feel great, and that's the thing is
Good.
like but the thing is like my significant other, she has not difficult schedule, but like just a very
very
demanding
busy job.
schedule, which is super important and actually something I really respect.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So if you're listening,
But
we respect you.
We
but-
respect you, brah. Except you're not a bra.
I thought you said
She
like,
wears a bra.
Yeah, I was gonna say you respect her bra.
I respect your bra for doing its job.
It is always there to support you.
Wow.
Tits
So
to the
sorry.
wind.
So sorry.
Tits to the wind.
No, she's very sweet. I've only met her once. Yeah, I would say the relationship's very new, so definitely don't feel like the crazy pressure of Valentine's Day. And also,
Yeah, there's
if
no
she
rock.
is into Valentine's Day and she is like all about like all the schmoozing, don't go big this one, because you go big this one, then there's high expectations in the future.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not. Maybe she seems chill. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But that's a thing though. You
Okay,
go
what
all
was
out
the-
on Valentine's Day the first year that you're together, then the next year is just like, well, you gotta top that.
Yeah. What
You
was
know?
the fanciest dinner you've ever been to?
Like on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, for like a special like, kind of that kind of occasion.
Honestly, the most like cutesy romantic one that I've had, I
Yeah.
don't know if it was even a restaurant. It was just like it was not a restaurant because
I don't even
It
know
was-
if it was a restaurant. We are not in America apparently.
no. Like we did not have it at a restaurant. I know that your question was this a fancy restaurant? But the most romantic. I'm changing your question, and I want to talk about the most romantic Valentine's Day I've had,
Okay.
which is different. Okay, Monty's great. We've had romantic Valentine's Day, but when I actually gave a shit about Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
my significant other, my freshman year of college, was, you know him. He's super chill. I don't know what name to call him. We'll call him Beaker because there's a Beaker puppet over here. So Beaker.
We know you haven't dated Beaker, so
Beaker
that's good.
was such a sweetie. We dated my freshman year of college for like 6 months, I think, total. But on Valentine's Day, our initials are the same. So we made like a fancy dinner in our dorm hall. Which was like a big deal
Was it a
because when you
shared-
live in a dorm, yeah, we were like co-gendered.
No, I mean like
dorms.
shared kitchens.
Yeah, one of those shared kitchens, like on a
Nice.
floor of a thing.
I know it-
think. Oh my god, he's gonna kill me if I don't have this right. I know at least for dessert we had this like chocolate cheesecake or thing.
You made?
And that I made, and I put our initials on it plus like the same initials, so it was like CS
Plus
CS.
C.S.
And
Lewis.
I thought it was the cutest fucking thing. And he thought so too. And then he broke up with me a few days later. Not bitter. No, we're actually truly not bitter.
Yeah, I
we're
know.
like super, super close.
But the cheesecake, however, was very bitter. Dark chocolate, am I right?
But like, I think that was like the most like romantic-y, cheesy, Christmas. Oh my God.
You are get out of
Valentine's Day. I'm
December.
in
Chrissy, get out of December. For Christ's sake, get out of December. Jesus was
It was-
born
it
then,
was the-
but now we on
Oh my
Valentine.
God. It was
We
the
on
cutest
Valentine. Cute.
Valentine's Day bullshit that I've done.
In February.
In February on
February.
Valentine's Day.
Jeeba
It was in a heart, by the way. It was yes.
No
CS
shit, it
plus
wasn't a
CS
heart.
and
It wasn't a
heart.
math equation, Christy.
Oh my
It wasn't a math equation. I wasn't imagining it to
What
be
is
like.
your most romantic Valentine's Day,
I'm
JT?
glad you asked.
Giving me all this fucking shit.
I'm glad you
Getting
asked.
testy. We got 6 minutes left. And we're
That's
getting
right.
testy with each other.
Put it in a tube and call it a testy tube. It's a new underground thing that's gonna come to you.
You know, it's a
sitting
good
here.
podcast when I'm actually catching your jokes. Or maybe it's a bad podcast if I'm
We near the end. We all fucked up. All right, so my
You're
most.
welcome, guys.
What is my most romantic? Fuck me if I remember. I do too
Yeah,
many.
it's a hard question.
Like I do too many romantic things. Like one of the romantic things is I took this woman to at least like a $30 plate restaurant, and like we had like $30 wine, and like the bill came to about like $200 or whatever.
No, absolutely not.
But your boy got
Oh, God.
good old service from the waitress, and see, you thought I was gonna go. Oh, God, this podcast got so dirty.
What did that waitress do to you? What
She
did you
gave
pay for?
the tip.
Ew!
So okay, so
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is
so
the podcast.
so okay, what is the fanciest one? Made dinner, which was cute.
Yeah, I like that.
I've also taken to a very expensive restaurant.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like restaurants, like it doesn't matter. Just like it's
but
the
also
thought
like
that counts. I think the most.
I have this moment of like, I haven't been able to celebrate Valentine's Day with a significant other, so I kind of went balls to the wall the first time and was like, you know, ooh, this is happening, cool, fantastic, and that's where the fancy restaurant came in. There were duck nachos though. I didn't know how you like
Dude,
your duck. As she's dying, she loves.
I'm
Oh God,
choking
no,
on
I'm
one.
done.
Quick sidebar: I only eat chicken and fish and turkey. I've
And
recently
duck.
considered duck as poultry in my diet, and it's just so good. And that's why, yeah, I've been eating bougie meals because duck is good, and I've only recently discovered it.
But here's the
Anyways,
funny
that's all.
thing.
It doesn't
Let's talk about love for a quick hot second.
Oh, yeah.
So there was a relationship I was in. Do you remember the one in the podcast I was talking about where it went on and off, and they put
Yeah,
poems?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
They put poems in my locker and stuff.
Was this the one that you locked in a closet and sang a song to?
Yes, it was.
So fucking creepy, JT.
That was romantic.
Nope. You lock me into a closet with a guitar and
I didn't
sing a
lock
song about me.
you.
I'm like, I'm
The
out.
door was open, not locked.
Anyways, what's your story?
But my story was apparently one of our friends found on a bench exactly what you described on a cheesecake, but with our initials.
Aw.
Yeah, I went up to her and I said, "You better scribble that shit out. That's on a fucking public bench." And my name.
This is public record.
Yeah,
My name cannot go out there.
and my name are my initials.
Yeah, your name is your initials.
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
you know, your initials are like, well, that could be fucking like a million people. Me, well, I'm a fucking redhead with two fucking
There
letters.
are only two JTs in the world, and that's Justin Timberlake and JT.
And we never have met, but once we do, watch that eclipse happen.
Might be the same person.
We're gonna wear our suit and tie. Anyway,
Oh yeah, he sings that song.
it's
He
a
also
fucking great
sings that.
song.
Who was the song that recently came out? That was like, I don't know. I'll think of it later when we're not doing the podcast.
All right,
fine.
sounds
Doesn't
good.
matter.
All right, so okay, I guess final thoughts about fucking Valentine's Day. Not fucking on Valentine's Day unless you want to fuck on Valentine's Day. Here are my 3 pointers.
Go for it.
If you get laid, use production.
Production. Use a production. Make it a production.
Damn straight.
You need lights, sound,
and a stage manager.
a set, costumes.
Light cue number 1, ring number 1, go. Ring number 2, go. And ring bearer, go. Can we get the priest in?
That is
go.
a wedding.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, my second one would be if you get protection, be laid. So, and my third
By
one.
getting a lay. Like a lay from like Hawaii.
Yeah, well, we can't talk about Hawaii. So the third thing would be show your appreciation and love with a hug or a handshake that's secret to only them and you. Because one, that'll show them, and also like part B of all that is, if you haven't talked to someone in a really long time and you were close and were really close, just tell them how much you appreciate them. It doesn't have to be I love you or anything like that. Being like, hey, I just wanted to reach out and say, like, thank you so much for blah, 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 and I hope you're doing well.
I really like that. Yeah, appreciate people who gave a big impact on your life. I'd say my 3 things would be, the first one would be, like, appreciate the people that are in your life. Show your love to the people that you love, including significant others. If you're single, including all the people that made you who you are today. And, you know, as Ariana Grande says, if you're single or newly single, just thank you next. I appreciate you, my ex, but I'm going to move on and make myself better. And love yourself. Number 2 would be, love yourself. Give yourself your you-in-times day or me-in-times day all about you. Like, treat yourself, give yourself some love. And then 3, if you have a significant other, give that person some love and you know, appreciate that person, but appreciate them all year round. And those are my 3 things about Valentine's Day.
Well, that's all the time we got. So
we
love you, as Christy said so eloquently. So thank you for listening. If you were subscribed to us on iTunes, fantastic. If you are not, check us out on iTunes, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I believe that's all we have. Yeah. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and iTunes.
And check out our
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
I guess SoundCloud
iTunes,
as well.
Yep.
All of
YouTube.
it.
But yeah,
And the
also check
Kickstarter.
out our Kickstarter, please. And if you really like what you're hearing, if you think we're funny, or, you know, if you think we're shit, let us know.
Yeah, if you
Let us
want
know
me
what
to
you
shut up
want.
about all my terrible jokes, donate as much money
If
as
I'm
possible.
laughing too loud in the microphone, donate so we can buy a new fucking microphone.
Yeah, right? Thank you.
And also, please just let your friends know that, hey, I'm listening to this crazy fucking podcast by these 2 goons who talk about their life. And, you know, share what you like. And if you like us, please share us, because we would love to, you know, have some new listeners. And thank you for listening for our very true and loyal listeners.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is Bottles and Bitchin', where the bottle of wine goes in and the bitchin' comes out. Thanks for listening, and cheers.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys.